Welcome back to episode 15. We just cleared out most of Sand's Lux apartments. We have to go back in there, get a toaster. Then we'll finish off Doc Parker's quest and head to Broadmoor Heights to speak to Gideon Reyes.
What now? Finally. Get started on those patients.
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound, am I right? You should see the other guy. You closed my wound. I won't miss staring at my own guts. Thanks. I would have bled to death without you.
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping me. My leg! You said it! Ugh, still hurts like a bitch, but maybe I'll actually walk again. Feeling better by the minute. You saved my life.
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Please. What's going on? Did you patch me up? It still hurts, but way less than it did. Thank you.
What now? Good. Here's your pay. Can't believe I'm gonna ask you vultures, but... You see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. I just need to save her. What do you say? Well, think fast. I don't know how long she's got. Anything else you want to bother me about? It'll cost you. Good. Have you changed your mind about me joining you? In that case, go away. I'm trying to keep this woman alive. Have you changed your mind about me joining you? Funny how that wouldn't be a problem if you had your own doctor. But your loss, my gain. It'll cost you for the privilege. In that case, go away. I'm trying to keep this woman alive. Have you changed your mind about me joining you? Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together? See you at the base, then. Rangers, I'd chat, but there's a lot to wrap up before I make my way to your headquarters.
Alright, moving on to Sandslug's apartment to get that toaster. Oh, and we can equip our stethoscope here.
I was talking to Diligent Joe the other day, and he said that he might be opening up some real estate in Broadmoor.
Yeah, for the words of the Reyes's, to buy up and turn into playpens.
Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckaties?
Maybe I'll join the Marshals. They do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out in a second, you crackpot.
I'm sure they could use my help. I even got my own blackjack. Maybe I'll join the Marshals. They do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out in a second, you crackpot.
I'm sure they could use my help. I even got my own blackjack.
Oh, Brandy. Extra, extra, bloody shootout in Garden of the Gods! Rangers hailed as heroes, Dorsey's flee the city! Hostages murdered by Dorsey thugs. Weston family confirmed dead. Extra, extra, bloody shootout in Garden of the Gods.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas!
too soon to be back.
Your wardrobe is creative. Foul weather we're having. Just like always.
They let anyone into the Heights these days.
Foul weather we're having. Just like always. Do you have permission to be here? I don't think we've met. Your wardrobe is creative. Who are you people? Mercenaries?
Do you have permission to be here?
Are you sure you're in the right part of town?
I wish they'd get a younger preacher to come and give sermons.
You just want eye candy.
Guilty.
Okay, here's our third cyborg chicken. Don't pick this one up yet. And a kiss-ass book.
Oh, thank God. You're the Westerners, aren't you? The Rangers? My husband, my Hardy, was in Aspen when Vic Buchanan raided the town. Vic took him hostage, but there's been no word for weeks. I know it's frightful wicked to hope for the safety of one soul over many, but I beg you, find him. Save him if you can.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. Always have been. I'm dreadful sorry for your loss. We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, we'll donate all we can to your cause. He's a little on the portly side, always well-dressed, but he likes playing cowboy out on the ranch. Kindest man in the 100 families. That's why I married him. Yes, but we're homebodies, and neither of us is very political. We own bison ranches out east, supply Colorado Springs with half its meat. Let me see who... Allie Blue? Aunt Allie? My goodness, of course! I'd love to read this. Blue is my maiden name. Back in the old days, the Blues and the Knoxes hated each other. Old Aunt Allie almost shot me when I told her I was gonna marry Hardy. Always wanted to know what things were like when she was young. Oh, thank you, Rangers. Let me give you something for this. You mean he's real? I've seen him poking around the church at night, but I wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me. Didn't dare get too close. I left him some food, just in case. Corn and scrap metal. He seemed like such a good, strong chicken. I know you will. Thank you, Rangers. I'll be praying that you come back safe from Aspen, Rangers, and that you bring my Hardy home alive. May the good Lord keep you safe.
Alright, now we can go back and get the cybernetic chicken.
Why don't we have mobile bartenders?
Ah, the Patriarch's new help.
I could use a good cognac right now.
Ah, the Patriarch's new help.
I could make my caddy carry a bag of liquors.
Ah, the Patriarch's new help.
I could use a good cognac right now.
Shouldn't you be elsewhere? Beating hobos?
Why don't we have mobile bartenders?
Shouldn't you be elsewhere? Beating hobos?
I don't think we've met. Do you have permission to be here? Foul weather we're having, just like always.
Blessed are the doomsday preppers, for they shall inherit the world. Don't forget, bingo is at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Bring your own wine.
Who are you people? Mercenaries?
The first deluge was water. The second deluge was fire.
I can't see the preacher.
In every deluge, the righteous were spared by God. The final deluge will be no different.
Shh. This is a place of prayer.
Don't forget, bingo is at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Bring your own wine.
Down in front!
Don't forget, bingo is at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Bring your own wine.
I'm trying to listen to the sermon.
Mrs. Putnam is still looking for her cat. Small Tabby, very affectionate, answers to the name Julep.
I'm trying to listen to the sermon.
We await the coming of the final deluge, when the earth shall be swept clean.
Shh. This is a place of prayer.
The Dorseys twist our faith to justify their evil ways. The final deluge will wipe them from the earth. Everyone is welcome in this church. If you'd like to sign up as a volunteer for next week's annual Praise the Patriarch dinner, please inform Mrs. Ratberry. Is your soul prepared for the deluge to come? Blessed are the doomsday preppers, for they shall inherit the world. Are you joining us for the next service? If you'd like to sign up as a volunteer for next week's annual Praise the Patriarch dinner, please inform Mrs. Ratberry. Is your soul prepared for the deluge to come? Don't forget, bingo is at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Bring your own wine. May the deluge spare you, my child. We know not what form the final deluge will take. Some say steel, others say blood. Are you joining us for the next service? May the waters pass over you. May the deluge spare you, my child. We know not what form the final deluge will take. Some say steel, others say blood. You are safe here. We await the coming of the final deluge, when the earth shall be swept clean. You are safe here.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes? I'm most pleased to see you. I'm Gideon Reyes.
Uncle Gideon, you heard about my family?
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know, and I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers? She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you're here about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city. Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. If we had enough food to support them, we would welcome them. But we don't. I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you. You're right, Rangers. I am suggesting you to treat the symptom rather than the cause. But that is because the symptom is about to overwhelm us, and the cause, well, it is very difficult to change the Patriarch's mind. And if it can't be done, the alternative would be changing the regime, which, even for those who have wanted it most, has seemed impossible. Thus, we must address things that are possible, like discouraging smugglers from bringing refugees to the city. Don't put words in my mouth, Rangers. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm merely stating realities. My loyalty to the Patriarch goes without saying. But let's save any talk of politics until after this refugee crisis is dealt with. Are you willing to help me or not? The plains, mostly. After the Patriarch defeated the eastern gangs, people started settling out there, thinking it was safe. Now the gangs have returned, and all the homesteaders are fleeing back to Colorado Springs. Oh, of course. And not just in money. I do a lot of business with the local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything. Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want this problem to go away. Thank you for agreeing to help. You are doing Colorado Springs a great service. Goodbye, and good luck. You'll find the smugglers at the bazaar. It's east of Colorado Springs, across the river.
So I got the feeling that Gideon Reyes wants to overthrow the Patriarch there.
So they killed the Wessons, the Schulers, the Jacksons. The Patriarch said the Dorseys were dead. He was either lying or incompetent. Which is it?
So there's that bug where the speech just isn't played for whatever reason. And this happens multiple times in Broadmoor Heights on several different sets of NPCs. Not sure why, but it just does.
No part of your outfit matches anything. Shouldn't you be out rangering or something? Are those pants canvas? How droll. I'm busy. Thank you. Are those pants canvas? How droll. Excuse me. Are those pants canvas? How droll. Excuse me.
My family will be avenged.
I am very valuable private property. Please do not touch. I am here to serve, but not to serve you. You are irrelevant to my current objective. No offense intended. I am en route to an important destination. I am very valuable private property. Please do not touch.
It feels so empty now. Even when Pa and Ma were traveling, they were here. Their spirits filled the place. Now, they do not. Only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind.
My dearest Lucia, I pray this message finds its way to you, as it is the last I am ever likely to give. Whatever becomes of us, you mustn't blame yourself. I know you would have wanted to be here at the end, but I'm glad you are not.
Open the door, Wilson! Time to face justice!
Your mother and I love you very much, and we are so proud of the woman you've become. You are destined for great things, Miss Lucia Wesson. I regret that I shall not live to...
Oh, God! Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now. Damn Dorseys weren't content to rip everything up. They had to toss the furniture around, too. Animals. Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone. No point looking back there. It's smashed up even worse, and the Dorseys took everything worth stealing. Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now.
Okay, so we just got level 7, so make a hard save here. And coordination. Alright, lock picking. And so lockpicking is at 9 now. And use the lockpicking book. And nice. We are ready for Patriarch's Palace.
Wow. Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies.
need 6 explosives. And, well, I don't want to get that yet because I want to spend the next level up on weird science. So, we'll wait for that. Fours. Alright, so I have to come back for that EMP mine.
Hey, boss.
Descend the narrow stairs and find the door to the bunker slightly ajar. I listen at the door. Make a perception roll.
It's awful dark out here. Maybe we should go inside.
This was your idea. You said it would be cool to play a game in the park.
I got a 15! Do I hear anything? You hear a faint scraping sound inside. Like the sound of a skeletal foot dragging across stone. It's coming closer.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind.
Ah! A pale dog! There's a pale dog watching us!
What? Where? I don't see...
It's coming after us! Run!
Alright, we have a diggable. Let's see what kind of gold item we can get out of this. First try, 1 nugget. I'm not going to pick this lock yet. This is one of the few locations where if you have multiple companions, they each actually have a line, so I'll wait until I have 4 companions before I do this.
Don't say that to Miriam Knox. Her husband was there, poor woman. I can't believe I'm running out of cake.
You know, the marshals know their place. You know, the marshals know their place. We all appreciate your efforts. Just not here.
I can't believe I'm running out of cake.
We all appreciate your efforts. Just not here. Are you sure you're in the right part of town?
Move along now. Yep, the Dorseys done tore through here and gutted the house. Until the Castillos can get this eyesore repaired, we're keeping it boarded up. No trespassing. Sheriff's orders. Whole house was ransacked. Until the Castillos can get this eyesore repaired, we're keeping it boarded up.
Foul weather we're having, just like always.
Don't piss off the families and we'll get along just fine. Don't piss off the families and we'll get along just fine. Let's keep our interactions professional. Got no quarrel with you, Rangers. Let's keep it that way. No gunfire in Broadmoor Heights, all right? No gunfire in Broadmoor Heights, all right? No gunfire in Broadmoor Heights, all right? Let's keep our interactions professional.
Ah, the park.
Let's keep walking.
You're cleared for public areas only. The Patriarch likes it quiet in here. So do we.
Yes? Oh, hello! You must be the Rangers. I'm Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's personal secretary. I make sure only people who have official business with him get past his door. You, due to the importance of your mission, have Mr. Buchanan's leave to enter as necessary. Of course, that privilege could be revoked at any time, but for now, please go on in.
Hello, Joe.
Ah, Miss Wesson. You have my deepest sympathies on the deaths of your family.
Thank you, Joe.
It used to be that we held town hall meetings where citizens could bring their grievances before him, but that practice has changed in the last year or so due to security concerns. Good day.
Delivery for the Patriarch from the Sumner family.
I've told you before, drone. The Patriarch isn't interested.
Departing respectfully. Attempting package delivery to Patriarch. All previous attempts have failed. Well wishes acknowledged. Attempting package delivery to Patriarch. All previous attempts have failed. recipient identified as IQ-Men. Deserter Ranger. Many thanks are given on behalf of my employer. Your assistance has been locked. Departing respectfully. I am very valuable private property. Please do not touch.
Ah, you're back, Rangers. Please go on in. Very decent of you. I had to log an entry in my book every time it came by. And now that the gift's been accepted, the Sumners can save face and stop sending it here. Your help is appreciated, but only by me and only in the strictly personal capacity. I cannot speak for the Patriarch. Good day. Welcome, Rangers.
I can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment. Babysitting broken bots. Bullshit!
Please step back, Rangers. I'm not supposed to let anyone near this servitor drone. It's malfunctioning something fierce, and we think it belonged to the Wessons. Ongoing investigation or something. How should I know? Now please step back. Nobody told me that. I'm not giving Sheriff Daisy an excuse to dock my pay again. Got it? Please stay away from the servitor bot, Rangers. Yeah? Well, good point. And I know you Rangers can take care of yourselves. Just don't blame me if that thing shoots you or something. Go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
Compensating for error. Searching directive index. Error. Architect south of range. Compensating for error. Searching directive index. Error. Architect south of range. Compensating for error. Searching directive index. Error. Architect south of range.
I can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment. Babysitting broken bots. Bullshit!
Like I said, Rangers, you can do what you want with the drone.
I'd know this drone anywhere. It was my father's favorite. Must have been damaged when the Dorseys raided our house.
Compensating for error. Searching directive index. Error. Architect south of range.
Can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment. Babysitting broken bots. Bullshit! Can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment.
I used to play on these streets. Now there's blood on them.
Babysitting broken bots. Bullshit!
Returning to West Gold objective. Located treasure.
Hey, look at him go. Nice work fixing that drone, Rangers.
Returning to West Gold objective. Located treasure. Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure. Unknown. Treasure status. Objective locked. List a few things for you in the yard. Honey. Love. That.
That was Dad. Always thinking ahead.
Okay, so like every other diggable, you can get gold out of this too.
Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure. Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure. Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure. Objective complete. Current location. Located treasure.
Alright, one gold nugget.
Welcome home, Miss Wilson.
Poor Lucia.
Presumably, he was talking about Doc Parker being fired.
All the crime around here happens indoors.
Hello, and welcome to the wondrous, fabulous, most fantabulous home of the Broadmoor family. What is your business at the Ward Estate? Your presence has not been requested. You may not pass. Processing. Insufficient credentials for entry. Please return at a later date. Entry parameters may change in the future. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mail shall go on. What is your business at the Ward Estate? The master is expecting you. Please enter through the door.
Rangers, so good to see you. Thank you again for saving my life. Lucia, I'm so sorry about your family.
Wasn't anything you could have done, Bellamy. You know that.
Thank you again for saving my life. Feel free to look around the house. We're working on some really interesting projects. Thank you again for saving my life.
Your presence was not requested. Please leave immediately. Intruders may be arrested for trespassing. Also, they may be killed.
I knew the security system needed more security checks and fewer show tunes. Blast. You are the Rangers, correct? I expected our paths to cross eventually. Let me express my thanks for saving my son Bellamy in the Garden of the Gods. All I can manage is the ineloquent gratitude of a father who thought he lost his child. May I help you with something? Their names are Valor, Victory, and Liberty. They are Saul Buchanan's children. He loves them as only a father can. I understand that, love. That's all I should say. Please ask me about anything else. Indeed. You must have a keen nose and a scientific mind. I'd love to spend a day discussing the practical applications of chemistry with you. When things are less busy, of course. Most of my time is spent researching and developing technology. In time, I believe we can restore our standard of living to that of the legendary pre-war days in the 1980s. Who knows? Someday we may even exceed it. Goodbye, Rangers. I know we've met before, Rangers, but it is extremely rude to break into a man's house unannounced. Goodbye, Rangers.
So I'll come back to this when I have Mechanic 7.
They've added more guards, looks like.
Oh, look. Tourists.
Oh, Melissa, you're too much. Oh, we're just talking. Strangers, no need to get any closer.
What could you possibly want? You again? How boring.
Oh, we're just talking. Strangers, no need to get any closer.
You again? How boring. Even with this beastly weather, I can smell them from here.
Absolutely repugnant, Miss Howe. Repugnant.
I suppose they'll let just anyone in these days.
Indeed, Melissa. Simply anyone.
Ah, look. The great unwashed approach. Seeking civilization at last.
It's like watching the evolution of man in reverse.
Oh, look. Tourists.
Oh, Melissa, you're too much. Welcome back, Rangers.
Okay, we'll end the episode here in front of Patriarch's Palace. We looked at most of Broadmoor Heights. We have to deal with that solar panel, Mechanic 7. But we dealt with everything else. There's also that EMP mine that we couldn't disarm yet, so a little bit of explosives we need. Next episode we'll tackle Patriarch's Palace. Alright, later guys.